now. Okay, we are recording. And hopefully you can hear me okay. So just making your way on the mat if you're not there yet. Lying down. Taking a lot of space. Just taking the time to find a comfortable position and just to arrive to just letting yourself arrive to this space, because maybe like me, you were doing other things and running around. So it takes a bit of time to completely arrive, also mentally and not just physically, to this space. So taking a deep conscious breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe placing one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. And continue breathing through the nose. Just noticing how the belly inflates and then goes down as you breathe in and out. And staying where you are, just noticing your breath, being a witness of the breath without need to change it for now. Taking deep breaths in through the nose. You can, without changing the pace or the type of the breath, maybe you can make it a bit audible so you can hear the sound of your breath like an oceanic sound. Imagining it's like waves going in towards the sand, the beach, and then going back. Just taking a slow start, but today we'll focus on building some heat. So we'll be looking at the theme of tapas. And tapas means heat in Sanskrit, but effectively it's referring to the willpower. So just keeping the heat not only in your body, but also in your mind, like the willpower to do things that you may need to do. And sometimes it's the thing that that we kind of avoid. So maybe a yoga practice, sometimes we don't find the time to have the practice during the day, but then afterwards we feel better. So just thinking of these as committing to whatever you need to do. And it may also be something where you need to do less of certain things to feel better. So committing to whatever practice, whatever tapas you need in your life. Maybe it's something not so comfortable, but that's working well for you, that will make you feel a bit better, or other people in your life feel a bit better. And maybe for me today, this is an occasion to start showing a bit less and looking at the screen a bit more. Not to check, but not to check the exact poses, but to be more present with my students. So it doesn't necessarily mean to build heat in that literal sense. But since we are moving towards the Christmas holidays and partying, some of us in the company, especially tomorrow or Thursday, then you can also maybe use it to start cleaning your body in preparation for whatever you want to drink or eat in the next coming weeks. And wherever you are, starting to open the eyes if you have your eyes closed, and bring the soles of the feet to touch the ground. So, in bending the knees, and for now, just moving the knees from side to side. So the feet are separated on the mat. Just moving to feel a little bit your hips. And then we all can bring let's all bring the knees to the left side. And maybe allow the sole of the left foot to touch the other thigh, so the right thigh. So left foot on top of the right side. The knees can stay, the feet can stay down on the mat. And then stretching the arms overhead and catching hold with your right hand, catching hold of the left wrist and moving, so stretching the arm, stretching your left arm. So taking like a bit of like a banana shape with your upper body, if that's possible, comfortable. So stretching your left side body, basically. And then coming back to center with the arms and placing rising the left foot over and placing it on top of the right thigh in a figure 4 shape. And then, like we did last time, maybe grabbing hold of the back of your thigh, so interlacing the fingers behind your right thigh. And that's always an option, so just choosing the variation that feels best for you. So if you want not to interlace the fingers, that's fine as well. If you want to leave the figure 4 a bit more relaxed with the foot on the ground. And then extending the right leg. And from here, rock and rolling a bit up until you get enough momentum to come to a Navasana, boat pose. So we are balancing. And the spine is straight. And maybe we can free the arms, open the arms, just playing and feeling the abs really engaged. And then slowly remove remove the cross, basically, and coming back down. So maybe taking a few rock and rolls up and back. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay, because I think there were a few people leaving, but maybe hopefully it's not the sound. Okay. And then coming back down, and we'll repeat it on the other side. So from here, so just bending the knees, maybe the arms can stay in a cactus shape for now, bending the knees with the feet separated and moving the hips from side to side, and then leaving the hips on the right side, the knees towards the right side this time. So maybe allowing the sole of the right foot to touch the top of the left thigh. And then this time bending, so leaning towards the left with the arms. So with your left hand catching hold of your right wrist. And then moving like in a banana shape of sorts so towards the left, so that your right body feels like a little bit of stretch on your side, on your right side. And then coming back to center and figure 4, this time on with the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And maybe grabbing hold of the back of the thigh. And then moving, rock and roll in this funky Navasana shape. Coming to balance in Navasana. Staying there for a few moments, engaging the abs. Maybe letting your arms free, maybe moving the arms to the side, noticing how that's changing the challenge, and then crossing both legs and coming to a tabletop position. Taking your time to come to your tabletop, aligning the wrists with the shoulders, the knees with the hips, and pushing the floor away from you, building some heat. Really pushing, pressing the fingers, all the knuckles on the floor, and making sure your fingers are parallel. And if you tend to overextend the elbows like this, see if you can micro bend the elbows. And then from here, dropping the belly down. Inhale, open the chest, look up. Sorry, I meant like cow pose, cat and cow rounds. So not dropping the belly completely, but just just a little bit. Moving through, open the chest, and then for cow pose, dome of your back looking down. Inhale, open the chest, look up, shoulders down, and exhale, looking down, moving at the pace of your breath. So not really maybe following me or others, but basically when you inhale, following your breath, opening the chest, and when you exhale, closing and looking down at your navel. Making the breath audible, maybe like we did before. And then when you're ready, tucking the toes under and send your hips up to the sky for your first downward facing dog. This is your first one, so making sure you have time to find your position, pedaling both feet, maybe one and then the other one, moving the hips, looking below your armpits, just taking any movements. And maybe let's just do waves, like similar, like thinking that we are flowing like waves, like water, basically. So rolling to high plank here, and then bending the knees and send the hips back. And then hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. Ripple forward, high plank, looking forward. Bending the knees, sending them back, sending the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. 2 more like this, like waves, moving like a wave. And breathing. And when you're ready, coming to your downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breaths here. Inhale deeply where you are. And exhale. Pushing the shoulders down towards your low back. Very nice adjustments. And then slowly placing both your knees down, child's pose. Connecting back to your breath, just noticing if you're holding the breath. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. Committing to this class that you chose to do today. This is your tapas, your hit, something good you're doing for yourself and for others. Breathing deeply. And And deep exhale. When you're ready, coming back to downward facing dog. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutation A when you're ready. For now, just staying in down dog for a moment. And then at your next inhale, heels high, bend your knees and look towards your hands, traveling to the top of the mat. And from here, inhale, halfway lift, flat spine, looking down. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, bend your knees, roll all the way up to standing, Tadasana. Sending the heels together, engaging the glutes and the quads. And then from here, we're going to do sun salutation A slower the first time and then building heat again. So one breath, one movement, the next 2. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Hands to prayer at your chest. And then exhale, forward fold, release the arms, folding over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift. The hands can stay on the shins or down to the mat. The neck is a continuation of your spine. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step one foot, and then the other one, high plank. So really pushing the floor away in your high plank. This round that's a bit slower is probably the most painful. But soon we're gonna be down. So when you're ready, looking forward and then bending your elbows very close to the body, halfway through, and then top of your feet. Look up and open through the chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, rolling over the top of the feet and hips to the sky. Always remember, it's not so important to have the heels down to the ground, but more to send the hips up. So if you need to bend your knees to do that, do it. Do what you need to do. Inhale here and deep exhale. Next, inhale, heels high. Bend your knees, travel to the top of your space. Inhale into a halfway lift, flat spine. And exhale, fold. When you're ready, rising all the way up to standing Tadasana and upward salute. Inhale, arms out and up towards the ceiling. Hands to prayer at your chest. And we're going to do the same, one breath, one movement. So when you're ready, let's do another round of upward salute. So inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and up. And exhale, folding over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. You can be down with your belly if you want. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels high, bend your knees, look towards the top of the mat and walk or jump there. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to standing. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. And exhale, fold, plant your palms, step one foot and the other one, high plank. Lower to low plank. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Shoulders down. Very nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. 3 rounds of breaths in your down dog. Inhale deeply. And deep exhale. One more. Inhaling. Staying where you are. And deep exhale. And another time. Deep inhale through the nose. And deep exhale. When you're ready, with the right hand, grabbing hold of the external side of the opposite foot. So
grabbing your ankle or the external side of your left foot with your right hand. And twisting, maybe looking below your armpit. Or if you can't reach, maybe reach the shin, wherever you arrive. Going back to center. And switching side. Twisting to the right this time. And then coming back to your downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Heels high, bend your knees a lot and jump to the top of your space. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot, rising all the way up to the ceiling, to a standing pose, Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a deep breath here. And exhale, sitting down on your chair pose, Utkatasana. The weight is on the heels, so you should be able to maybe lift the toes off the mat. The pinkies are facing, the triceps are close to the ears, the shoulders are down. Maybe see if you can sit a bit lower, and then forward fold. And from here, with your index and middle finger, grabbing your big toes, maybe separating the feet hip-width distance apart, grabbing your big toes. When you inhale, straightening the spine, lengthening the spine, like we do in cat and cow pose. When you exhale, bending the elbows, sending the belly closer to the spine, closer to the thighs. And then release. If that's too much, don't worry. Do your normal Uttanasana. Do what's best for you. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step it back. From here, both feet together, rolling over the knife edge of your right foot. The shoulders are stacked for a Vasisthasana, side plank. Maybe extending both arms, or maybe placing your left arm, your left hand on the hip. A lot. Coming back to your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale where you are. And deep exhale. Next inhale, heels high, bend your knees. Travel to the top of your space, maybe jumping or walking. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming directly to Utkatasana. So your chair pose. One more time. Sitting very low in the chair. Very nice, guys. And then forward fold, release. Inhaling to, this time like we did before. So either like we did before or otherwise allowing the palms to be facing up and both of your feet to be on your palms so that your toes are kind of like massaging the wrists. And again, when you inhale, you lengthen the spine looking forward. And when you exhale, you bend the elbows outwards and maybe the belly goes closer to the thighs. Again, it might be a lot, so feel free to do your normal Uttanasana, to bend your knees. And let's all release the grasp of the hands. Inhale into a halfway lift. And then both palms down. Step it back, high plank. Moving to Vasisthasana, our side plank on the other side. So both feet together, the left hand in the middle, rolling over the knife edge of the left foot, stacking the shoulders, opening the arms, and feeling like somebody is pulling your right hip
with the string up to the sky. Maybe looking up at your right hand, and then coming down, coming to high plank, lower to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Starting to feel the heat, the movements of the body, starting to see if something is too much. Maybe if your wrists are a bit suffering, you may consider using your fists, or just looking at places in your body that maybe are not feeling super comfortable, and then just adjusting the poses. And for all of us, sending the shoulders down towards the low back. I think, Joanna, you can shorten the stand. Yeah, much better. And then from downward facing dog, bend your knees a lot and looking towards your hands, coming to the top of your mat. Releasing here, separating the feet hip-width distance apart, interlacing the fingers behind your head, and straightening the arms. Sending the weight towards your toes, relaxing the neck, shake your head yes and no, and then releasing the arms. Heel toe your feet together, going back to Utkatasana, your chair pose. Few breaths in chair pose, don't hate me. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale to fold, plant your palms, step it back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, send your right leg up to the sky. And just checking, squaring the hips, just checking your alignment, that the weight is still on both hands. Now, as before, we'll do a round where we take some time to check the alignment, and then we'll do one breath, one movement. So when you're ready, send the right knee close to your nose, and then sweep it through, preparing for high crescent lunge. Rising up with the chest. So again, like before, the pinkies are facing, the shoulders are down, the back leg is straightened, and the front leg is at 90, the knee is bent at 90 degrees angle. And really thinking that you're pushing something with the back of your left heel. So engaging that leg as well. And when you're ready, open your arms like a T, warrior two. Just checking your alignment. The back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Making sure that your right knee is not collapsing to the inside. And feeling like two opposite forces, like somebody is pulling both of your arms. Gazing your right middle finger. When you inhale, flip the right palm and reverse back. So the legs stay the same. Just leaning back. And then slowly placing the right elbow on top of the thigh for extended side angle. The left arm goes on top, or it can be up. And the right arm can be also extended down, depending on your hips, how do you feel the best. Inhale, flip and reverse like before. The legs stay the same. And exhale, frame the top foot, step it back, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog.
And exhale, downward facing dog. Really trying to feel your breath, coupling the breath and the movement. We'll take it to the other side. When you're ready, inhale, left leg up to the sky. And just taking the alignment first, just making sure that we are pushing with both hands and not, and we don't have the weight only on the right. Relaxing the neck, bending the knee, sending it close to the nose and preparing for high crescent lunge. Inhale, rising up. And then checking then that the back leg is extended. Dragging the left hip back and the right hip forward. Just squaring the hips. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Inhale, opening your arms like a T, warrior two. What can you do to expand, to make it bigger, your pose, really proud, a proud warrior two. You look very proud. And gazing at your front middle finger, bending the front leg a bit more for Sue. And Joanna making sure that the knee is aligned with the ankle to prevent any knee injuries. The front knee, yeah, much better. And then, like we did before on the other side, flipping the palm, reversing your warrior. Feeling the extension of your left side body here as well. And when you're ready, extended side angle, allowing maybe the elbow to be on the thigh, or otherwise you can go down with your left hand. And just thinking of like a straight diagonal line from the top of your right hand to your right, the knife edge of your right foot, and feeling that contact of the knife edge of the right foot, so that your weight is not only on the front, but it's distributed. And when you're ready, flip it back, reverse your warrior, and then windmill your arms to frame the top foot, step it back, high plank. Feel free to skip the chaturangas, so if you want up dog, or we'll meet in down dog. Choosing your level, your tapas, which doesn't mean the level meaning like beginner or anything like that, but choosing the level of commitment, the level of heat that you need today. Deep inhale through the nose where you are, and deep exhale. Next, inhale, bend your knees, heels high, travel to the top of your space. We'll repeat everything, one breath, one movement. So when you're ready, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat spine, shoulders down. Exhale, fold. Step it back, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, rolling over the top of the feet, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, three-leg dog, rising your right leg high. And exhale, knee to nose, sweep it through, high crescent lunge, inhaling. Exhale, opening, warrior two. Inhale, flip your palm and reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior one more time, legs stay the same. And exhale, frame the foot, step it back, high plank to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, or skip it, and we'll meet in down dog. One breath in down dog to recover. And exhale. Next, inhale, left leg high. And exhale, knee to nose, sweep it through, high crescent lunge. Feeling strong and opening like a T, warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Elbows to thigh. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And exhale, frame your foot, step it back. High crescent, high plank to low plank. Inhale, top of your feet, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. And deep exhale. Feeling the heat. And next inhale, bend your knees, heels high. Traveling to the top of your space. We'll repeat it one more time. One breath, one movement. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, folding over your legs. Inhale, step it back. High plank. And lower to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, if that's okay for you today. Opening your chest, shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through, high crescent lunge. Inhale to open, warrior two. And then when you're ready, reversing your warrior. So inhaling here. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to reverse one more time. Exhale to frame the foot, step it back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. And when you're ready, inhale, sending your left leg, up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through, high crescent lunge. Inhale, open to warrior one. Actually, next inhale to lean up and back. And exhale, I exchange, and then exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse back. And exhale, frame your foot, step it back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing or cobra as you prefer. Just noticing your challenges. For me, the challenge of teaching online got used to show because I feel like I feel that people need to see stuff online. But at the same time, how can I balance that with the right cues and looking at my students as well? So trying to do many things. And maybe you have different challenges today. For all of us, let's go to child's pose. Sending the knees down to the mat, opening the knees, and reaching forward with the palms, with the arms, allowing the forehead to touch the ground. Reaching forward with the arms while you reach back with the sitting bones towards your heels. And then releasing all this effort, just releasing the elbows down and taking more like passive variation of child's pose without really caring of how extended the arms are, and just feeling the contact with the mat, of your forehead with the mat, of the top of your feet with the mat or the floor. And when you're ready, coming to come into downward facing dog for a moment. Resetting your downward dog, your commitment, your heat. And we'll walk very slowly with the feet towards the hands. And we'll sit in a malasana, yogic squat. So separating the feet, almost like maybe the length of your mat, so the width of your mat. And so we'll sit in a squat with the hands in prayer, if that's comfortable. I mean, maybe comfortable is too much, but if that's not really comfortable, you can place a block or a pillow below your hips, your sitting bones. And maybe just stay there or move to play for crow pose. So I'll give you a few options to work with your choice of tapas. So option 1 will extend one arm to the side, so placing the palm down. We extend both arms. So one hand is on the mat and the other one is reaching back. And we still engage the hip area, the quads, and maybe we catch hold of one hand with the other one. So we catch a bind and we repeat it both sides. Or option 2, moving to crow pose. So this means facing forward, so looking forward, not really down to your hands. So the hands are just in front of you, but you look a bit more forward compared to your hands, and you kind of start to straighten the legs a little bit. And you come closer to your armpits so that the knees can stay on the back of your armpits. And remember, you're not looking at your hands, but you're looking forward. And maybe when you place the knees on the back of your armpits, you can lift one foot on the floor and maybe the other one, and just play with the balance a little bit more. And if you have had any wrist injuries, please avoid any of that, and maybe playing with the binds. Yes, better. The shoulder should go on in front of your knee, Sue. That's okay? Yeah, perfect. Very nice. Looking more forward. Yes. Very nice. Cool. Okay, when you're done playing, coming back to Malasana, wherever you are, taking a deep, so with the hands in prayer to your chest, taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Sending both palms down to the mat, heel toe your feet together, and let's go to a forward fold. So releasing and forward fold. So sending the belly close to the thighs. And feel free to pick your variations. So maybe grabbing hold of both of opposite elbows or interlacing the fingers behind your head. Wherever you are, moving the weight towards your toes. Just a little bit more. And you feel free to bend your knees, relaxing the neck, maybe shaking the head yes and no.
and releasing any grasp of the hands. And coming down with, coming to a high plank, whichever way you'd like. So from Uttanasana, sending both palms down to the ground and maybe jumping or maybe walking both feet down, back and back to a high plank. Sorry, it's difficult to talk today. Too much heat in my body and my mind. So staying in high plank for a moment, and then slowly coming down with the belly on the ground. You're gonna count to 5 to come down to the ground, your own count, so you can choose your poison, your tapas today. Keeping the elbows close to the sides of your body. When you're there, inhale to cobra. So lifting the top of your chest up and maybe lifting the hands as well. And then coming down to the mat. Right cheek on the mat. Inhale one more time. Lifting to cobra. Or maybe coming a bit more up to a upward facing dog like we did before. And then coming down slowly, left cheek on the mat. Extending both arms to the sides. And from here, bending your left elbow, so your left arm is in a cactus shape. And then bending your right knee and pushing with the right hand on the floor, sending the right foot over on the other side of your leg. So twisting in the Scorpio twist. You should feel it a lot on your left armpit, especially if you have your left arm in a cactus shape. Feel free to stay here or otherwise bending both knees. And then coming back to the ground, extending both arms. And then bending the right elbow in a cactus shape so that the right fingertips are pointing in the same, how do I explain this? Are pointing in the same direction at the top of the mat. And then like we did before, so on the other side, left palm close to the body and left knee bends. So going over to the other side with your left foot. And maybe staying where you are, or maybe bending both knees and lifting both knees off the mat. When you're ready, releasing the Scorpio twist. And we'll move to one more round of back bends. So this is to strengthen the back, the top part of the back. So you're welcome to do cobra or upward facing dog like we did before, or otherwise following me. So extending both arms alongside the body. And then this time when we inhale, we lift up with the top of the chest, and we also lift the legs off the floor, engaging the glutes. And then release on the mat. We're gonna do 2 more like this. Just making sure that your low back is not hurting too much. Otherwise, if you feel that's the case, sending your tailbone down, or going back to the previous variation. So if this locust pose is too much, going back to the cobra, just feeling what's best for you today. Ready when you inhale, lifting to locust pose or maybe to cobra. thinking that your navel, your belly button is off the ground. And then release. And you can do one more. I'm going to step up, but when you're ready, inhale one more time to locust or cobra. Maybe interlacing the fingers behind your back this time. Shoulders back. And then release. Exhaling. Maybe moving the hips from side to side. Both palms close to the body. When you're ready, lifting up and coming to downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg up to the sky. And then sending your knee close to your right knee close to the right wrist, preparing for half pigeon pose. So we extend the back leg, we look back, we make sure that the left leg is extended. Some of us may have the right shin parallel to the top edge of the mat, but we don't all have the same body, so that's fine. If you have a block, you may want to put it below your right sitting bones. Wherever you are, inhale, look up, straightening, lengthening your spine first. You're welcome to stay here, or otherwise lowering the elbows down and just surrendering to the gravity, to the pose. Deep inhale through the nose where you are. And deep exhale. Letting go completely of the thoughts, of the expectations. But letting go also of a willpower that is not really the tapas that we want. Maybe it's more like ego. If that's the case, can you choose the practice instead of the ego? Maybe if this pose is too much, can you go back to previous variation with your spine upright or with a figure 4 on the back like we did before, which is kind of engaging the same muscles. So just checking what you need to do. I'm just providing options. And wherever you are, coming back to three-leg dog and to downward facing dog. Next inhale, rising the left leg high. And then sending the left knee close to the left wrist, preparing for half pigeon on this other side. So checking the back leg should be long and straight. And then checking if we need something to support our left hip. Maybe it can be even like a shirt or hoodie like I'm doing now. Inhale to open the chest, look up. And maybe staying there, maybe moving to another pose if this is too much for you, or otherwise lowering both the elbows down to the ground. Maybe lowering the forehead as well on the top of your hands or to the ground. And just breathing and letting go. And slowly walking your hands close to your left knee. And this time, send both legs forward for a counter pose, a seated forward fold. So we have the legs extended and maybe moving the flesh from the buttock cheeks. Inhale, lifting up with the arms and lengthening the spine. And when we exhale, folding over the legs. We can bend the knees if we need to, but the idea, and we don't need to reach the feet. The idea is, again, when we inhale to lengthen the spine, and when we exhale to send the belly closer to the thighs, whatever that means for your body. Maybe it's not super close, and that's okay. One more inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold a bit more. Like the next round of breath, releasing any control of the lower spine of the spine, just not worrying basically about the perfect pose, but just allowing gravity to do the work, even though there is a bit of curving of the spine. That's fine. And then slowly coming up with the torso. And from here, bending the right knee and send the right foot over the opposite knee. And the right hand goes behind your back. Inhale, rising up with your left hand, with your left arm. And exhale, bend the elbows, hooking the elbows on the outer edge of your opposite knee, or otherwise doing like this. So basically hugging your knee, whatever is best for you today. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, twisting a bit deeper, looking back at your right shoulder. One more round of breath. Inhale. And exhale to look back. And when you're ready, moving to the other side. Bending the left knee this time and crossing over. Inhale. Right arm goes up. And exhale, maybe hooking the elbow on the outer edge of the thigh for a deeper sensation, or otherwise just grabbing the knee, holding it, and giving a hug to your knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale to twist a bit more. One more like this. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, twisting. And slowly releasing from the twist. And coming down to your Shavasana. Just lying down. Finding a comfortable position first. Making sure you're nice and warm. Your palms are facing up. Your chest is open. Maybe sending the chin a bit closer to your chest. And closing the eyes. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, release. Just relaxing all the muscles. in your forehead, in your jaw. Your eyelids, your shoulders, maybe feeling the tingling sensations, on your fingers, your toes. Just observing these sensations. Just being a witness to what's happening in your body right now. And can you relax a bit more? Just staying here just a few moments. Giving yourself permission. Telling yourself, for this moment, there's nothing else I need to do. Breathe in deeply. Or if you need to stay, you can stay. Otherwise, deepening your breath and slowly bringing movements to your toes, your fingers. Stretching your arms overhead like you're waking up. Bending the knees close to the chest. Slowly making your way to the top of your mat, to a seated position, just keeping the eyes closed. Again, you can stay if you want. Just choosing what you need to do. Taking this moment to thank yourself for this practice, for this tapas, the heat you built, the willpower, the yogic willpower that you use today, and maybe you can use it out of your mat as well in other situations of your life. There's something that maybe makes you feel better. You don't really want to do it because it's challenging, it's tough, but maybe can be beneficial. When you're ready, hands together at your chest, opening the eyes, bowing forward to thank all of you. And sorry, I'm late. I'm very late. Oh my God. I will try not to do it next time. I hope to see you again. Bye.
Yo.